Welcome back to the darkness. You have learned to hide. You have learned to be a ghost. But hiding is defensive. A king does not hide. A king conquers. Most people think manipulation is evil. They are wrong. Manipulation is gravity. It is physics. Every time you smile, you manipulate. Every time you dress up, you manipulate. The only difference is, do you do it by accident, or do you do it by design? Stop being an accident. Start being an architect. Welcome to the Puppet Master. Part 1. We are going to talk about the dopamine leash. Human beings are simple. They are rats in a cage pressing a lever for a pellet of sugar. The sugar is validation. Most of you give this sugar away for free. You compliment people. You nod. You smile. You are flooding the market with free validation. When something is free, it has no value. You are making yourself worthless. The law of intermittent reinforcement. This is how casinos own your soul. This is how toxic relationships trap you. If you give a rat a treat every time it presses the lever, it gets bored. It eats and sleeps. But if you give the treat randomly, the rat goes insane. It presses the lever until its paws bleed. It cannot stop. It needs the hit. Be the casino. Do not be consistent. Consistency is boring. One day, you are warm, you are charming, you are their best friend, you give them the sun. The next day, you are cold, you are distant, you look through them like they are glass. Do not explain why. Never explain. They will panic. What did I do wrong? Does he hate me? Their brain will start spinning. They will work harder to get your smile back. And when they work hard, you give them a crumb, just a little smile. Boom, you own them. They are addicted to your approval because you made it scarce. The vacuum of silence advanced. We talked about silence before. Now we weaponize it. When they finish speaking, do not answer immediately. Wait. Look at their hairline, not their eyes, their hairline. It makes them feel analyzed. It makes them feel like a specimen under a microscope. They will start to doubt what they just said. They will start talking again to fill the void. They will reveal too much. In that silence, you grow taller. They shrink. You become the judge. They become the defendant. The Ben Franklin effect. You think you get people to like you by doing favors for them. Wrong. You are a servant. Servants are not respected. You get people to like you by making them do favors for you. It is cognitive dissonance. Their brain thinks, I am doing something for him, therefore I must like him. Ask for small things. Hold this. Check this for me. Give me a ride. Train them to serve you. Start small, then go big. The more they invest in you, the harder it is for them to leave. It is the sunk cost fallacy. Turn them into investors in the corporation of you. The sniper's compliment. Generic compliments are trash. You are nice. You are pretty. Useless. You must target the insecurity. Find the beautiful woman who fears she is stupid. Do not tell her she is beautiful. She knows that. Tell her she is insightful. Find the powerful businessman who fears he is boring. Do not tell him he is rich. Tell him he is wild. Feed the starving part of their ego, the part nobody else sees. When you validate their deepest insecurity, you become their drug dealer. They can only get that specific high from you. Gaslighting, the reality overwrite. Disclaimer: this is dangerous. Perception is fragile. Memory is a lie. When they challenge you, say, "You are being emotional right now." "I never said that. You are imagining things because you are stressed." If you say it with absolute calm and they are agitated, the herd will believe you. The calmest person in the room is always seen as the most rational, even if he is lying. Steal their reality. Replace it with yours. We are not fighting. I am educating you. Frame control. He who sets the frame wins the game. Never step into their frame. If they ask, "Why are you late?" Their frame, "You are guilty." Do not apologize. Do not make excuses. Break the frame. "Why did you start without me?" Your frame, "They are impatient." I am not late. I am on my own time. Flip the script. Make them explain themselves to you. The isolation tactic. A cult leader cannot control a follower if the follower has too many outside voices. You must become their only source of truth. Subtly discredit their friends. They don't understand your potential. They are jealous of you. I am the only one who sees who you really are. Create an us versus them mentality. The world is mediocre. Only we are elite. Once they believe the world is against them, they will run into your arms for safety. You become the savior. The art of insinuation. Never accuse directly. Direct accusations create defense. Use implication. Don't say, "You are a liar." Say, "It is interesting that you chose to tell the story that way. I admire how you can be so confident when you are so unprepared." Leave the insult hanging in the air. Let their brain finish the sentence. If they get angry, you say, "What? I was just giving a compliment." Plausible deniability. You stabbed them, but there is no fingerprint on the knife. The look of disgust. Micro-expressions rule the world. When they say something stupid, do not argue. Just flick your eyes down to their shoes, then back to their eyes. Curl your lip slightly. It takes 0.5 seconds. It signals, "You are beneath me." It triggers their shame response. They will stutter. They will try to impress you. They will dance for the king. Pavlovian anchoring. You can program humans like dogs. Choose a specific touch, a hand on the shoulder. Do it only when they are laughing, when they are happy. Repeat this 10 times. Touch equals happy. Now, when they are sad, or when they are arguing with you, touch their shoulder. Their brain will chemically release the happy hormones. They will calm down instantly. They won't know why. You have installed a button on their body. Press it. The false vulnerability. Perfection is intimidating. It creates distance. To get close to a victim, you must show a flaw. But not a real flaw, a calculated flaw. I care too much about my work. I have trouble trusting people because I was betrayed. It makes you look human. It makes them want to fix you. While they're busy trying to heal your fake wound, you are analyzing their real wounds. Open the gate. Let the Trojan horse in. Conclusion of Part 1. You are now seeing the Matrix. Validation is a currency. Silence is a weapon. Reality is a canvas. Do not use these tools to hurt the weak. That is pathetic. Use them to build your empire. Use them to protect your circle. But remember, once you start playing God, you cannot go back to being a man. You are entering the High Council. Part 2 is coming. We will talk about the cult of personality, how to make them worship you. Dominion Raw, the Puppet Master. End of transmission. Rise. Look around you. What do you see? Wandering souls, people desperate for meaning, desperate for a leader. They are begging to be led. They are begging to be told who they are. If you do not answer their prayer, someone else will. A politician, a brand, a false idol. Be the idol. Welcome to Part 2, the cult of personality. We are not building a friend group. We are building a church, and you are the high priest. You do not need 1 million followers. You need 12 disciples who are willing to die for the vision. How do you create worship? You do not ask for it. You engineer it. The myth of the phoenix. Origin story. Nobody follows a normal guy. Normal is boring. Normal is weak. You must rewrite your history. You were not born in the suburbs. You were forged in the fire. Every struggle you faced, that was not bad luck. That was your training. That was your initiation. I worked at a bank. No, boring. I walked through the belly of the beast and saw the corruption of the system, and I swore to destroy it. Mythologize your past. Create a narrative of suffering, death, and rebirth. People follow survivors. People follow those who have seen the abyss and climbed out. Turn your scars into medals. Make them believe you possess hidden knowledge because of your pain. The velvet rope, scarcity of access. Accessibility kills mystique. If anyone can talk to you, you are cheap. Create barriers, create layers. The inner circle, the outer circle, the crowd. Let the crowd see you, but never touch you. Let the outer circle touch you, but never know you. Only the inner circle gets the truth. This creates aspiration. They will fight, they will work, they will betray each other just to move one step closer to the center. Closer to you. Be the prize. Make them earn your attention. I only have 5 minutes. The shared vocabulary. Cults speak their own language. It isolates them from the outside world. Create your own terms, your own acronyms, your own inside jokes. Call the outsiders sleepwalkers. Call your work the mission. Call your enemies the gray noise. When they use your words, they are thinking your thoughts. Language controls reality. If they can only describe the world using your dictionary, you own their perception. It creates a tribal bond. We speak the truth. They speak lies. Messianic time. Never sell the present. The present is messy. Sell the future. You are not leading them to a business goal. you are leading them to the promised land. Stick with me, and we will rule this city. Stick with me, and you will be free. Paint a vision so bright, it blinds them. It does not matter if it is real. It matters that it is beautiful. People will endure any hell today if they believe in a heaven tomorrow. Be the bridge to that heaven. If they leave you, they lose the future. That is the hook. The enemy at the gates. Nothing unites a group faster than hatred. You need a devil. Find an enemy. The government, the competitor, the woke mob, the old guard, it doesn't matter. They want to keep you poor. They want to keep you stupid. Only I can protect you from them. Paranoia is a powerful glue. Keep them afraid of the outside, and they will cling to the inside. Keep the bunker mentality alive. We are the last line of defense. The art of breadcrumbing. Never tell them everything you know. A mystery solved is a mystery forgotten. Always hint that there is level 2, that there is a secret plan. I can't tell you yet. You aren't ready. They will drive themselves crazy trying to prove they are ready. Release information slowly. Keep them hungry. Keep them guessing. The moment you become predictable, you are dead. Be a puzzle they can never quite solve. The love bomb and the discard cycle. This is the heartbeat of the cult. Phase 1. Overwhelm them with love. Praise, attention. You are the chosen one. I have never met anyone like you. Get them high on your validation. Phase 2. The withdrawal. Suddenly go cold. Criticize a small mistake. Look disappointed. I thought you were stronger than this. They will crash. They will panic. They will do anything to get the high back. When they beg, give it back, but only a little. This creates a trauma bond. It is stronger than love. It is addiction. The illusion of choice. People hate being ordered. They love choosing. Do not give orders. Give options. But write the options so that you win either way. Do you want to handle this on Saturday or Sunday? You win. The work gets done. Do you want to stay a loser, or do you want to join me? You win. They join. Make them feel like they chose their chains. A slave who thinks he is free is the best slave. The sacrifice test. Words are cheap. Demand action. You need to know who is loyal. Ask for something uncomfortable. Cancel your trip. Lend me this. Cut off that friend. It is not about the trip or the money. It is about compliance. If they hesitate, they are not yours. Purge them. If they do it, they have invested. The more they sacrifice for the cult, the harder it is for them to admit it was a mistake. Sunk cost fallacy weaponized. Make them bleed for the cause. Projective identification. Be the mirror. When they look at you, they should see the best version of themselves. For the angry young man, be the warrior. For the lost girl, be the father. For the greedy businessman, be the tycoon. Change your mask to fit their fantasy. You are not a person. You are a vessel for their desires. Paradoxically, by being whatever they want, you become their master. The final seal. Absolute certainty. The world is chaos. People are terrified of uncertainty. Never say maybe. Never say, I think. Say, it is. Say, I know. Even if you are wrong, be wrong with total confidence. Confidence is more persuasive than competence. If you are the rock in the storm, they will cling to you. Do not show doubt. Doubt is contagious. Conclusion of Part 2. The temple is built. The congregation is seated. You have the power to elevate them or destroy them. Most of you will fail because you crave their love. Do not crave their love. Crave their submission. Love is fickle. Submission is permanent. But be warned, the higher the pedestal, the harder the fall. Part 3 is the execution. The Machiavellian hand. How to destroy enemies, manage betrayals, and expand the territory without mercy. You are the architect. Design the nightmare. Design the dream. Dominion raw. The cult out. Heavy lies the head that wears the crown. You wanted power? Now you have it. And now, everybody wants to kill you. Not with guns. They are too cowardly for that. They want to kill your reputation. They want to steal your influence. They want to dismantle your cult. Welcome to Part 3, the Machiavellian hand. Building an empire is art. Keeping an empire is war. The rule of total annihilation. Machiavelli said, if an injury has to be done to a man, it should be so severe that his vengeance need not be feared. Never wound an enemy. A wounded enemy recovers. A wounded enemy grows bitter. A wounded enemy plots in the dark. If you strike to zero. Do not just fire him. Destroy his credibility so he can never be hired again. Do not just break up with her. Make her question her sanity so she cannot date for a year. Cruel? No. Efficient. You cannot afford to look over your shoulder. When you remove a weed, you pull out the root. If you leave the root, it will grow back stronger. Crush them completely. The useful idiot strategy. You cannot do the dirty work yourself. Your hands must remain clean. You need a proxy, a pawn, a useful idiot. Find someone ambitious but not smart. Find someone loyal but aggressive. Whisper in their ear, that guy insulted you. That guy is trying to take your spot. Wind them up like a toy soldier and point them at your enemy. They will attack. They will scream. They will cause chaos. If they win, you win. If they fail, you disavow them. I had no idea he was so unstable. I am shocked. Plausible deniability. The king never holds the knife. The king holds the scepter. The executioner holds the knife. Information asymmetry. The Black Book. Knowledge is not power. Leverage is power. You must know more about them than they know about you. Every conversation is an interrogation, but they don't know it. Listen to their jokes. Jokes reveal hidden prejudices. Listen to their complaints. Complaints reveal weaknesses. My wife doesn't understand me. He needs validation. I'm broke. He can be bought. Catalog everything. Keep a file, physical or mental. One day they will try to cross you, and you will gently place a hand on their shoulder and whisper one sentence that reminds them of what you know. They will freeze. The dog will sit. Do not use the leverage. Threaten the leverage. Once you use the secret, it is gone. The threat of the secret is eternal control. The art of the poisoned gift. How do you destroy a rival who is too strong to attack directly? You help them. You give them a project that is impossible to solve. You give them a promotion they are not qualified for. I believe in you. Take this huge responsibility. You set them up to fail. When they collapse under the weight, you look like the benevolent leader who gave them a chance. They look like the incompetent fool who blew it. You kill them with kindness. You drown them in opportunity. Never attack a fortress. Just throw a plague rat over the wall and wait. Reputation management. Fear versus love. The oldest question, is it better to be loved or feared? Love is volatile. People fall out of love when it is inconvenient. Fear is constant. Fear is biological. But pure fear creates revolution. The goal is respect derived from fear. Be unpredictable. If you are always nice, they will eat you. If you are always mean, they will leave you. Be 80% stoic, 10% generous, 10% ruthless. That 10% ruthlessness keeps the other 90% effective. They must know that there is a dragon sleeping in the cave. You don't have to wake it up often, but they must hear it breathing. Controlled chaos. Divide et impera. A united group is a threat to the leader. Never let your lieutenants get too close to each other. If they bond, they might conspire. Drop little seeds of doubt. He said you were working slow. She thinks she deserves your job. Keep them competing for your favor. Keep them suspicious of each other. When they are busy fighting each other, they cannot fight you. You become the mediator, the judge, the only safe harbor in the storm you created. The Fall Guy Protocol. Things will go wrong. Plans will fail. The king is never wrong. The king is never sorry. If you apologize, you look weak. If you admit a mistake, you look incompetent. You need a scapegoat. Find a weak link in the chain. Blame the execution, not the strategy. Blame the subordinate, not the general. Sacrifice the pawn to save the king. Publicly punish the scapegoat to show your integrity. I am furious that my standards were not met. Shift the blame. Wash your hands. Remain spotless. The silent treatment. The void. When someone disrespects you, do not yell. Yelling is loss of control. Go absolute zero. Remove your presence. Do not text, do not call, do not look at them. Treat them like they are dead. It is the ultimate insult. You do not exist to me. This triggers their abandonment trauma. They will go crazy. They will text 50 times. Are you mad? Do not answer. Let them stew in their own anxiety. When you finally return, do not explain. Act like nothing happened. It resets the power dynamic instantly. They will be so relieved you are back, they will submit to anything. The strategic surrender. Sometimes you are losing. Do not fight a battle you will lose. That is ego. that is suicide. Surrender immediately. You are right. I was wrong. It disarms them. They expect a fight. When you yield, they lose their momentum. They relax. They lower their guard. They think they won. While they are celebrating, you are repositioning. You are sharpening the knife. Surrender is not defeat. Surrender is a tactic to buy time. Play the fool to catch the wise. The long con, delayed gratification. Most people want the win now. The Grand Master plays for the win 10 years from now. Be willing to lose money today to bankrupt your enemy tomorrow. Be willing to be humiliated today to destroy them next week. Patience is a weapon. The predator does not chase. The predator waits. Watch them make mistakes. Watch them get arrogant. Watch them overextend. And when they are at their weakest, when they think they are safe, strike. The final lesson of part 3. You are not a monster. You are a survivalist. The world is a jungle. The sheep pretend it is a garden. The wolves know the truth. You have the crown, part 1. You have the army, part 2. You have the weapons, part 3. But there is one final level. The level where you stop being human entirely. Part 4 is the omega point. Becoming the void, the integration of the shadow. We are reaching the end of the simulation. Prepare yourself. The air gets thin up here. Dominion raw, the Machiavellian hand. Game over. Put down the sword. Only a brute uses force. A master uses desire. You think power is about commanding people? No. Power is about making them command themselves to serve you. Welcome to part 4, the siren's call. This is not about romance. Romance is a weakness. This is about addiction. The vacuum principle. Every human being is walking around with a hole in their soul, a void. They are bored, they are lonely, they are unappreciated. Your job is not to fix the hole. Your job is to fill it, temporarily. Scan the target. What are they missing? The bored housewife needs adventure. The stressed CEO needs peace. The insecure artist needs a muse. Become exactly what they lack. Shapeshift. If they are chaos, you be the order. If they are bored, you be the danger. Fit into their void like a key. Once you fit, they cannot function without you. You become their missing limb. The mirror effect. People do not fall in love with you. They fall in love with the reflection of themselves that they see in you. Be a mirror. When they speak, repeat their words back to them. Mimic their posture. Mimic their breathing. Wow, I feel like I've known you forever. Of course you do. You are talking to yourself. Validate their fantasy self. If a weak man thinks he is strong, treat him like a warrior. If a plain woman thinks she is a goddess, treat her like an idol. Feed their ego until it bursts. The more you validate their delusion, the more they will defend yours. The triangulation trap. Desire requires obstacles. Without an obstacle, there is no passion. Never let them feel they possess you 100%. Introduce a third party. It does not have to be a real lover. It can be a phone call you take outside. It can be a mention of an old friend. I can't see you tonight. I have obligations. Their imagination will create a rival. Their competitive instinct will wake up. They will fight harder for your attention because they are terrified of losing it to someone else. A prize that nobody else wants is not a prize. Create competition. The roller coaster. A flat line is a dead line. A steady relationship is boring. You must create emotional spikes. Take them to the highest high, adventure, laughter, intense eye contact. Then drop them into the lowest low, silence, coldness, disapproval. I'm just disappointed in you. Then bring them back up. This rapid switching between pleasure and pain releases dopamine and adrenaline. It creates a chemical bond in the brain similar to heroin addiction. They will stay with you not because they are happy, but because they are addicted to the relief you give them after the pain. The art of insinuation, planting seeds. Never demand, suggest. Inception is real. The best idea is the one they think they had themselves. Don't say, "Buy me this car." Say, "I saw a car today. It looked exactly like something a man with your taste would drive. It was powerful." Then walk away. Let the seed grow. 2 days later, they will talk about the car. Praise them for their idea. "You are so brilliant." Let them hold the steering wheel, but you control the road. The damsel and the hero. This works on everyone. Even the strongest leader wants to be a savior. Occasionally, show a moment of calculated weakness. "I'm tired of fighting the world alone." It triggers their protective instinct. They will lower their guard to help you. While they are busy protecting you, they are not analyzing you. Use their strength against them. Let them carry your baggage, thinking it is an honor. The Sphinx, mystery maximization. Familiarity breeds contempt. Never be an open book. When they ask about your past, give vague answers. "I've lived many lives. I don't talk about that year." Change the subject. The gaps in your story make you larger than life. They will fill the gaps with their own fantasies. A known quantity is boring. An enigma is obsessive. Be a puzzle they can never solve. The isolation protocol, redux. In part 2, we isolated the cult. Now we isolate the lover. Your friends just don't get our connection. They're jealous of what we have. Slowly make them feel that the world is hostile, and only you are safe. They will cut ties with doubters to protect the relationship. Once they are isolated, you become their only source of reality. You become their oxygen. The physical anchor. Use touch as a weapon. Touch is electric, but it must be strategic. Touch them when you give a command. Touch them when you give a compliment, but punish them with distance. When they disobey, do not touch them. Recoil if they touch you. Their skin will crave your contact. They will modify their behavior just to feel your hand on their arm again. Train the body, and the mind will follow. The discard feint. Sometimes you must show them the door. Not to leave, but to show you can leave. Pack a bag, go silent for 24 hours. The fear of loss is the strongest motivator in human psychology. When they think they have lost you, they will promise anything. They will submit completely. Then you return. I decided to give you one more chance. You are now the benevolent God who granted mercy. They will walk on eggshells forever. The confession trap. Information is ammunition. Get them to confess their darkest secrets. How? By sharing a fake dark secret of your own first. I once stole money. Make it up. They will feel safe. They will tell you their real crimes, their affairs, their fears. Now you have the collateral. They can never leave you because you know where the bodies are buried. Mutually assured destruction. But your bomb is fake and theirs is real. The ambiguous breakup. Never give closure. Closure allows them to move on. If you must end it, leave it messy. I just need time. Maybe in the future. Keep the door cracked open. They will wait. They will pause their life. They will not date others. You keep them on the shelf, waiting for you to pick them up again. You own their future even when you are gone. Conclusion of Part 4. You are now a siren. You are a drug. You do not chase, you attract. People will ruin their lives just to taste your attention. It is pathetic. It is human nature. But be careful. If you break too many hearts, you create an army of ghosts. Part 5 is coming. We are moving from the individual to the system. The corporate shadow. How to infiltrate organizations, dismantle structures, and rule from behind the curtain. Dominion Raw. The siren. The game continues. Stop playing in the sandbox. You mastered the individual, Part 1. You built the cult, Part 2. You crushed the enemy, Part 3. You seduced the heart, Part 4. But you are still small. You are still a warlord in a village. True power does not live in the street. True power lives in the glass tower. It lives in the boardroom. It lives in the algorithm. Welcome to Part 5. The corporate shadow. The infiltration protocol. Corporations are not families. They are biological organisms designed to consume. To rule the organism, you must become a virus. A virus does not kick down the door. A virus mimics a healthy cell. Do not walk in wearing a crown. Walk in wearing a beige suit. Look harmless. Look competent. Look boring. The gray rock method. If you shine too bright too early, the immune system, middle management, will attack you. Be invisible. Be the person who takes notes. Be the person who organizes the files. While they ignore you, you are learning the anatomy of the beast. You are finding the arteries. The Gatekeeper Strategy. Information choke point. He who controls the flow of information controls the king. You do not need to be the CEO. You need to be the person the CEO relies on. Become the executive assistant, the chief of staff, the head of IT. Why? Because every email, every call, every secret passes through your hands. You filter reality. Sir, that report isn't ready yet. It is ready, but you are holding it back to delay arrival. Sir, Mr. Smith is very busy. He is not, but you are isolating him. You become the lens through which the leader sees the world. If the lens is distorted, his decisions are yours. The artificial crisis. Peace is bad for promotion. In peace, seniority rules. In war, talent rules. If there is no war, create one. Sabotage a project subtly. Delete a crucial file. Spread a rumor of a hostile takeover. Watch the panic. Watch the managers run like headless chickens. Then step forward. I have a solution. You fix the problem you created. You look like a savior. You look like a genius. You just sold them the cure to the disease you injected. Weaponized bureaucracy. The paper shield. Rules are not there to be followed. Rules are weapons to use against enemies. When a rival has a great idea, do not say no. Say, this is brilliant, but have we run it through legal? Have we done the diversity impact study? What about the environmental compliance? Drown them in red tape. Force them to fill out forms until they lose the will to live. Use the system to kill the spirit. I'm just following protocol. Meanwhile, you bypass the rules because you know the gatekeeper. See point 2. Speed for you, sludge for them. The shadow board. Your boss is not your master. Your boss is your puppet. Most bosses are insecure imposters. They are terrified of being exposed. Find their fear. Does he fear public speaking? Write his speeches. Does he fear numbers? Do his spreadsheets. Make him dependent on you. Soon he cannot function without you. He cannot fire you because he is essentially a hollow suit, and you are the engine. You are the shadow CEO. He takes the credit? Let him. You take the power. Credit is vanity. Control is sanity. The meeting room sniper. How to dominate a room without shouting. Sit at the head of the table or directly opposite the leader, never on the side. Silence is volume. When everyone is arguing, wait. Let them exhaust themselves. Let them look emotional. Then, speak low and slow. Summarize everything they said, but frame it to your advantage. So, what we are really saying is, he who summarizes the meeting writes the history of the meeting. The poisoned chalice, promotion to death. You have a competent rival. You cannot fire him. Promote him. Give him a job that sounds prestigious but is impossible to do. Head of innovation in the dying sector. Director of the project we are defunding. Send him to a satellite office. Send him to a failing market. He will fail. It is mathematical. And when he fails, you look sad. I gave him such a great opportunity. I guess he wasn't ready. You buried him under a golden tombstone. The Whisper Network. Reputation assassination. In the corporate world, perception is reality. Do not start rumors yourself. That is amateur. Plant a question. Is John okay? He smells like stress. Did you notice Sarah's hands shaking? I heard he's going through a messy divorce. It's affecting his work. Show concern. I'm worried about his mental health. Now, every time he makes a mistake, people think, it's the stress. He's unstable. You framed the narrative. He is now a liability. The golden handcuffs break. How to leave when you are done. Never leave empty-handed. Steal the Rolodex, steal the clients, steal the talent, but do it before you resign. Build your lifeboat while you are still captain of the sinking ship. When you walk out, the company should bleed. They will beg you to come back as a consultant for triple the price. You are now a mercenary. Part 6. The Void. Grand Strategy and Self-Defecation. We are reaching the end of the simulation. You have conquered the self, the cult, the enemy, the lover, and the system. What is left? Nothing. And everything. Welcome to the void. The dissolution of ego. To truly rule, you must stop being a person. A person has feelings. A person has morals. A person has a brand. Be water. Be formless. Do not stand for anything. Stand for winning. Adopt the ideology of the room. If the room is communist, you are Marx. If the room is capitalist, you are Rockefeller. Believe nothing. Use everything. The zealot dies for his cause. The strategist changes his cause and lives. The God Complex, rewriting history. History is written by the victors. Once you win, burn the archives. Erase your failures. Erase your old friends who knew you when you were weak. Reinvent your origin. You were never poor. You were ascetic. You were never fired. You pivoted. Gaslight the world until your version of the past is the only version. I have always been this way. The panopticon effect. You cannot watch everyone, but they must think you are watching. Random acts of terror. Random acts of kindness. Inspect a random department at 3 a.m. Send a gift to a random employee on their birthday. They will think you are omniscient. How did he know? You didn't know. You guessed. But now they will self-police. They will work hard even when you are sleeping because he sees everything. The untouchable state. You are no longer in the game. You are the game master. Withdraw from the public eye. Overexposure is vulgar. Become a myth, a silhouette in a high window. Let your spokespeople talk. Let your lawyers fight. You exist only as a force of nature. When you finally appear, it should be a religious event. Silence is your loudest scream. The legacy trap. You will die. That is the only flaw in the plan. How do you cheat death? You build a system that runs without you. Create a dogma, a constitution, a Bible of you. Indoctrinate the next generation. If they follow your rules 100 years from now, you are not dead. You are immortal. Clone your mind into the culture. The final revelation. Look in the mirror. Who are you? You are nobody. You are just a collection of psychological triggers, biological drives, and social masks. And so is everyone else. Once you realize that nobody is real, you are free. You can play the game with zero fear, because it is just a game. The money is fake. The fame is fake. The power is fake. But the control feels real, doesn't it? You have the keys to the kingdom. Open the door, step into the darkness, and close it behind you. Dominion Raw, the end.